Hello everyone. So today we're finally going to finish this three-piece illustrative story that I've been building over the past, 3 years now? 4 years? It's been great. Obviously, I started this out with the very first War Greymon illustration I did that is now playmats, print stickers, all sorts of stuff that I sell at conventions, as you can see here, as well as the Metal Garurumon piece, and now we're up to the final evolution of the two into the classic Omnimon piece in a very nostalgic feeling for this one. I've been enjoying the process for this. I've actually been getting into the Digimon TCGs, so I made all three of these into playmats, and I will be sending them out for print for this one and getting those soon. But this piece was super fun to get into because I got a lot of help with this piece from the community on Twitch, as I do stream on Wednesday nights when there's not a holiday on Wednesday, and we've been enjoying and going through the process with this piece and trying to keep with the aesthetic that I have slowly grown out of, not technically grown out of, improved upon. So trying to go back and push the skills that I've learned over the past, honestly, year. Just this past year, I've learned so much, and getting everything into a good standing for my illustrations has been great. So testing out the way to keep a similar style and vibe, as well as pushing those boundaries that I've learned to go past with the Clip Studio Paint, as well as improving the line art and seeing how things go and develop, and just pushing this piece to as much of an illustrative piece as possible so that it looks cool and I would be proud of it, because I think out of all the pieces that I've worked on, I've been the most proud of my War Greymon and Metal Garurumon piece as a whole, and I think I want to continue that trend of being proud of the different illustrations I put out with fan bases that I enjoy. So that's kind of why I've been wanting to do this, and I do plan to make more Digimon art in the future because I just love the aesthetic of Digimon and the power that it gives off with different evolutions and the different trees, and it just shows the connection between the Digimon and the person more with how their emotions grow. And that's kind of why I love doing this and enjoying doing these different speed paints that you guys have been actually enjoying the process that I've been making as well. Now, through this, since I've started with the War Greymon piece till now, a lot of things have happened in the community of art. So the shared piece that I will be sharing for those that see it on either Twitter or Instagram or what have you, I do nightshade and glaze my illustrations, so it's not gonna look the exact same to the display pieces that will be at conventions or even here or on this video, because I want to protect my work and protect it against these generative viruses, just like the Digidestin did versus, Diaboromon and so the Dark Masters, as well as so many others that come from the different villains that are in these shows. And that's kind of the way that I see how scraping the internet to generate off of stolen art is. It's taking the data, just like how the villains in Digimon do, to create a falsehood, a falsity that's in the realms of possibilities. It's not authentic, and that's why I'm gonna be protecting myself with glaze and nightshade. So that's why these images, the final images, will look a bit different. Now, with that, I want to point out that I did do shading a bit differently than I normally do. I wanted to make sure the composition was the correct way with how I had everything going, because I wanted things to look epic, I wanted things to have correct focal points. I wanted everything to be a good hurrah because I was very passionate about this piece. I am very passionate about this piece and this franchise and how everything looks for it. So I wanted this epic final fight winning pose, and we all decided that this was the most adjacent to that as possible in my Twitch stream. And feeling that this is the vibe that was going through was great. And using the Clip Studio Paint tools to actually figure out which way is the best for coloring and making sure everything is the correct way, and using techniques that I've learned from other jobs and so forth, has actually improved this to being one of my most favorite pieces I have made in a very long time. I enjoy these sharp mechanical edges that these give off, as well as the lighting and coloring that comes with this piece that I've worked so hard for, and making it super epic and enjoyable for you guys, but mainly for me, because this is fan art. This is for me mainly to enjoy the process of making and creating and trying to push myself to the next step so I can make more art in the future for a living, because I was there and I want to get back there as soon as possible, and this channel and everything helps out with all that. Now, with that, these were interesting because you had a lot of hard lines with this, and I was able to figure out ways using the selection tool and other aspects to actually push this piece to the rendering that I enjoy and seeing how things go. But with all of that, I would like to try pushing more with this, maybe eventually get into a more like fully rendered out metallic Digimon with very specific Digimons that are out there, because a lot of them are very metal and metallic and stuff, and seeing how things go. But I do want to try getting things into a good aspect for all of this and seeing how things turn out. Now, I am using a new machine, new computer, so the rendering and everything took quite a bit of time, and I am certainly enjoying how things turned out with all this, because I was able to test out different brushes and test out things that I used to not be able to test out with the rendering of the background and so forth. And I think that's where I start to get these cooler, like, scenic vibes that I was looking for, is definitely the background. So if you're enjoying the background as much as I am, and I struggle with that, just get a good brush set and start making shapes. Because honestly, that's all rendering is just shape driven and pushed into an aspect that makes it look and feel like the textures are correct. So just push those colors. And I definitely enjoyed the process of this and seeing how things are with these pieces. And this feels, I don't know, good as well as, a bittersweet, because this is the final piece for this Metal Garurumon, Wargreymon series with Omnimon at the end. For a few years now, I've been pushing this off for a while because I just didn't want this to end, but now I realize there's hundreds, if not thousands, of Digimon that are out there that we could continually make Digimon fan art if I wanted to. And I might actually do that. And for the final piece of this, I realized I had an epiphany one day that I needed to have something in the foreground of this piece to finalize it. And so I put Apocalypmon, I think, or Armageddon, I think it's called, the Diobormon final form, and putting that as the winning. I know in canon he did not beat Apocalypmon, it was Paladin Mo's ace, but I do still feel that this is a good rendition. I'm using the block brushes that I have to make it look like it's pixelating back into the data spheres is a nice touch, I feel. And I really enjoyed this piece. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as I do. And if you do like this piece, please like, comment, and obviously subscribe. Let me know in the comments what Digimon I should use in the future or make an illustration of in the future to finalize or continue on this Digimon fan art series that I have been working on. And let me know who is your favorite Digimon, and if you were a tamer, which Digimon would be your Digimon as a tamer. And I will see you guys all again next video and seeing how things turn out for this as much as possible. And Happy New Year. I know you guys enjoyed everything, and I hope you guys had a good year, and hope next year will be just as good. Bye.